powerful women have to deal with gender stereotypes regarding emotion. So for example, Madeleine Albright, who was the first female US Secretary of State, had to work hard early in her career to keep her voice unemotional so she could be taken seriously. Supreme Court Justices Elena Kagan and Sonia Sotomayor encountered stereotyping during their confirmation hearings regarding whether they'd let their innate emotionality steer their judgments towards too much empathy. Emotional stereotyping of women can be so subtle that even people who are aware of the stereotype don't notice when they're doing it. Studies show that women's facial movements are attributed to something personal about them, whereas the same movements by men are blamed on the situation. So for example, if we see a woman scowling and we see a man scowling, we assume that the woman is scowling because she's a bitch. And we assume that the man is scowling because, something bad just happened in the environment, and his scowl is reflecting his displeasure at the situation. Women are punished for being too emotional or not emotional enough. So women are punished for expressing anger that would be considered normal for a man. For example, if a woman expresses anger, she's usually seen as out of control, as less effective, and she will be paid less. Her yearly income will be lower than a man who expresses emotion in a similar way. When a woman is stereotyped, say she's the only female in a meeting and nobody is paying any attention to her words, which I can tell you actually does happen, she often can take one of two actions. She can stay quiet about it, or and then be ignored, basically, or even worse, a man repeat her comments, and then he gets the credit for them, or she repeats herself, probably louder or more stridently than she would otherwise, and then she's seen as really pushy.